No stand mixer, no starter, no special tools, and no kneading. You'll have this homemade bread recipe on repeat all fall long, and it comes straight from the family cookbook of our friend Elena Davis. She's here to share all of the details. Great to see you, sister.
You too.
This recipe has lived in your family cookbook for how long?
For years. I don't even know. We grew up on this bread.
Yeah.
And it's really a bread that we make all year. People are like, oh, fall baking. We make this bread summer, winter, fall, all year.
It's a staple.
It's a staple.
You give your mom credit for this recipe.
Yes, this is totally my mom's recipe that she's adapted over the years, and many, many years ago, it's just been this one since, and it's a staple. We use it for Sunday dinners, and then we use it for kids sandwich bread. And my mom and I just love making bread together.
Your mom made this every week, you told my producer.
Yeah, so she makes it every week. I make it as well now every week. So it is her recipe, but now I make it. I was cutting at 6 a.m. Another loaf of this to make the kids' lunches, so it's their lunch bread.
Don't tell my kids. They're stuck with Grandma Sycamore. And you get the heirloom recipe from the Heritage Family Box.
Yes.
But you're going to share it with us today, which we love about how you share and love your family food traditions. And you've come up with sort of a system that makes this really doable.
So a few months ago, I was on Instagram, my mom was on, we were making the bread, doing all the things, and I said, Mom, people are busy, they don't make bread. I said, tell me what you would tell everyone is the secret to making homemade bread. She said an answer that totally shocked me. She said, everyone needs a bread box.
Oh.
And I was like, what does that have to do? Anything to do with like making bread and getting it on the table? She's like, no, you know how we have our bread box? And I'll explain it. She said, everyone needs one of those.
So it's a tote.
So it is a bread box. It can come in any shape or form. I have this, all of this, if people are gonna be asking, it's all, I have something called the bread box, and all the links that fit in this one bamboo box is right here.
So it makes it portable. You grab, you've got everything you need right there.
So I actually just keep it in the pantry, and I just pull it out, put it on my counter. All I need to get out then is the bowl.
Okay.
The only thing I keep in the fridge is the yeast.
Okay.
And I grab that, and then I actually have the measuring cups and tools that I need in there. And then it also fits the mason jar, which holds 2.5 cups of water. I took it out so I could put the water in it.
You've set yourself up for bread making success.
So I've set myself up with the bread box. It fits the scale. The thing I love to measure is the flour, the amount of flour. I like to weigh it just to keep it really consistent. I always say a cup is not always a cup, a gram is always a gram.
Yeah.
And so, and in Europe, we weigh everything. I have 2 different kinds of flour, but today we're doing just regular all-purpose flour. And it's just, what I do is I write the amount on the box.
Oh, this is so smart.
500 grams or 4 cups.
This is so smart.
And then for the flax meal, it's a 1/4 cup.
Yeah.
So everything is literally, I don't even need a recipe. I made a mess with the flour. It's all in the bread box. So I can have my daughter do this. Get out the bread box and mix the bread.
You have set yourself up. I love this.
So you set yourself up.
All right, we're making today?
Yep, so we're making it. And we're zeroing it out, and we're doing, like it says, 500 grams.
I think I know I'll have really grown up in the kitchen when I start weighing my ingredients, like the pros.
Yes, but you know what? You can also do 4 cups, but I just love to do the grams because look at how easy, like I'm not sitting there like worried about it.
Leveling.
I'm just going until I'm at 500.
Okay.
Okay, so.
Almost there. It is kind of satisfying to control the numbers.
It is, you're like, oh.
506, 504, 505.
And again, don't you just love it when you hit the 500? Okay, I do. It's kind of a game.
It's like a Price of Right moment.
And it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a few secret ingredients in here that you don't really taste or feel, but they add a ton of nutrients.
Okay.
So there's a 1/4 cup of flax meal.
I was wondering about the texture I was seeing in that beautiful loaf. Yeah, okay.
So it's flax meal. You can use golden flax meal if you don't want, this will give it a little darker color. That one has the golden flax meal, so I just wanted to show the difference. It's gonna be a little bit lighter in color.
Okay.
And this one's gonna be a little darker in color, but the nutrition is the exact same. And it just looks a little different. I need to
your
replenish
yeast,
my steel cut oats.
your
is
oats.
the other, so I'm doing steel cut oats. This adds an incredible amount of softness to the bread.
Okay.
It's called soft no knead bread.
Okay.
And I have a dough hook or whatever you want to use, and I'm also going to add my salt here, which I measure.
And then water and yeast, and that's it?
Yeah, and then your water and your yeast. You can put your yeast in here if you want, or you can actually just put it in here and then dump it after.
Okay, and you say no knead.
Whatever you want, so no knead. So here's what I do. Then I'm gonna pour in my water. It's gonna turn into a shaggy mixture, and I'm gonna cover it, and I'm gonna put it away overnight, or if it's in the morning, then all day, and you bake it at night. Then all you do is you shape it if you want the baguette kind of loaves, if you want rolls, or if you want a sandwich loaf, then you would do it in your sandwich bread. Let it rise an additional hour, and then you bake it, and then you're done.
Done. Homemade bread.
Homemade bread. Bread box, and you're all set to go.
I love that you've hooked us up with not just the recipe, but the system. We can find this recipe and others on your website. How do we connect with you?
cucinabyelena.com. Everything is there. And then on Instagram, I'm there every day. Come say hi. Get the bread box and get started. DM me because I'd love to hear from you. So many people have started making this bread with this simple mom's little trick.
What's the system, right? It's that system, and I'm thinking of all the areas in our lives.
It's creating a habit.
Yeah, that we systemize too and set ourselves up to do it well. Thank you. Thank you so much.